Right, so I have returned once again today to deliver another chapter of Juuni Taisen. This chapter being chapter 2. And as we know before YouTube scares me, I was not scared by YouTube. So, as I was saying, we are back today doing some more Juuni Taisen. As we know, things have gotten pretty freaking intense, quite a bit, I would say. Like, we've been introduced to the kind of principal cast, like all of them practically, and they're all pretty freaking crazy. Like, each and every one of them probably have something that we don't know just yet up their sleeves. And yeah, I believe we have our first battle on our hands as well between Boar and Rabbit, which actually does seem quite interesting because they are quite the pair of characters I would actually see fight together. So, without further delay, let's actually see what goes down in Juuni Taisen Chapter 2. I believe the anime starts next Saturday, I think. It might even start today, I'm not even too sure. No, I think it's next Saturday. I think it is. I don't think anything starts today, I think everything starts next week. Like, I think tomorrow Gintama starts, I know that, but I think everything else just begins next Saturday. Or is it Monday? One of the two. Don't trust me. Don't trust me in my date planning. I'm one of the worst people when it comes to that kind of thing. That's why everything's so spontaneous lately. So anyway, enough of my tangents. Let's get on with this. Let's read chapter 2. So, the Zodiac War is held once every 12 years. The 12 fierce warriors take on the names of the Zodiac and stake their lives and souls in a formal battle to the death. The sole victor gets the prize of being granted any single wish. Chapter 2, Rabbit, Snake, Chicken, Dog, Boar. Alright. Or not, apparently, because I don't think... oh, I had the wrong tab open. That's probably why. Probably why thing was not working. That's weird. I don't know why things not going to the next page, but it's because I was on the wrong tab again. One of the many things I cannot do correctly. So, each competitor was given one of 12 jewels to swallow, and victory goes to the fighter who claims them all. Rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, sheep, monkey, chicken, dog, boar. Okie dokie, that's all the characters. 3 minutes and 21 seconds after the start, three stories below the room that exploded where the warriors were gathered. The first battle is about to begin. Boar versus Rabbit. I am... It's that really complicated name for me to say. Ino no Shishi, the fighter of the boar, I kill in abundance. I am Usagi, the fighter of the rabbit, I kill with distinction. I said it actually correct in the first go that time. I'm actually pretty proud of myself right now. I'm actually feeling pretty freaking proud. So you know enough manners to properly introduce yourself. The artwork's pretty freaking great though. Let's just get that. Let's just get that one out of the way. Artwork is pretty freaking great, as always. He's quite fast, that's for sure, but my machine gun's bullets will always be faster. Will you throw your swords at me? It's futile. Will you wait for me to reload? That won't work. Not when I have a power as graceful and elegant as my making it rain. I never have to stop and reload. I can keep on shooting as long as I like, wherever I like. Oh my god, does she have the infinite ammo bandana that Snake has in Metal Gear Solid 2? Is that what's going on here? Like, the whole entire time, she's actually had the infinite ammo bandana that's from MGS2. Please tell me that's actually what's going on here. That would be the greatest thing ever. Greatest twist. Actually, the bandana exists in the real world. Man, that was one of those good moments in that game. He goes, infinite ammo. It's like, oh, I get it. I like it. I think it's actually kind of cool. But why can't I play as Snake right now? Why am I playing as Raiden? Oh, Raiden's pretty cool in the end. Alright. That's MGS2 in a nutshell. Once my bullets reduce your body to a bloody pulp, I can take my time sniffing through what's left of you to find your jewel. Now, it's time to fill you with holes. Everyone's a little bit crazy. Oh no. Who is it? Oh no! What? How could someone grab me from behind? And how could I not sense them? How did this lunatic of all people manage to forge an alliance in those brief moments after the floor exploded? Oh snap. And he even stabbed his ally too. Who would ever go along with a plan like that? Who are you? He doesn't have a head. That's Snake's body. But he's dead. How is this possible? Ha! That was pretty good. Ha! Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? You're a necromancer. No wonder I didn't sense anyone behind me. It wasn't anyone, it was a corpse. No, a necromanticist. Necromanticist? Huh. Necromanticist. I can make friends with people I've killed. He has the power to control the dead? He easily managed to kill Boar. Not only was she the successor of the previous winner, she was favoured to win the Zodiac War too. Hey, I'm sorry I lied about not killing the fighter of the snake. It was just a precaution. I thought you might be aware of my power. Rabbit, nothing about him is normal. Not his power, and not even his mind. I can't believe it. I can't believe this is my end. Toshiko. Hey, Toshiko. Uh-oh. I don't understand, Toshiko. Why would he pass over you, the elder sister, and choose me to represent the boar in the Zodiac War? Just what could father be thinking? Who belongs at the top of the world, standing above all others? Me. It's obvious that I must enter the Zodiac War and that I must win. That's why. That's why I killed my younger sister and claimed the invitation for myself. Jesus freaking Christ! Everyone's insane! But now, to end so disgracefully, please forgive me, alright? Ah, man. Because from now on, you'll be my friend too. What? 7 minutes and 11 seconds after the start, Rabbit defeats Boar. I kind of wish he stopped and looked at her and went "Omae wa mou shinderu" at her, and just like it ended that like that. That would have been freaking awesome. Just go full Kenshiro on her. That was actually pretty impressive, I must say. I actually quite like that. I always like the irony in the end of it as well. It's like one of those ones that kind of gets you at the end. You're like, I can't believe it. I actually quite like that. She actually killed her own sister to actually get there. That's goddamn impressive. Huh. Rabbit's Corpse Alliance is formed. Huh. Ha. Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? He's actually kind of a cool. He's actually kind of not. He's actually got a different side of him, which is actually kind of even weirder when you think about it. A man who's up to this whole entire point being kind of represented as being like freaking terrifying is kind of like, oh, all right. I mean, do you want to share a drink with the dude? Don't think so, but still, it's kind of like, okay. At least he's kind of At least you kind of saw a smiling side of him. It's kind of like, okay, at least he smiles. That's kind of the major thing. At least he smiles. It's one of those. It's one of those neater little characterization moments. Also the fact the character we were following the whole entire time is now dead. I actually think it's actually kind of cool. Because you think, oh, she's gonna win it. Nope, she's dead. She's the first one to die. It's like, ha! Well, second one actually. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Is it possible that all of the fighters? Oh, is it possible that all of the fighters in this 12 Zodiac War have some kind of superpower? Yes, you're now thinking of that, dude. Come on, dude. Everyone knows it's kind of like that. Everyone knows that. Has some kind of superpower? The fighter of the boar, making it rain. The fighter of the rabbit, necromanticist. And then there's this one. Dotsuku, the fighter of the dog. Real name Michio Suki, born on Suki. Oh, it's the U that's getting me. The U's getting me. Sukyu. There we are. Sukyu. Born on May 5th. He's 177 centimeters tall and weighs 52 kilograms. He works as a daycare teacher, and by all accounts, he takes his job seriously and is popular with parents and kids alike. Teacher, Miss Dotsuku. But in secret, his real profession is funding. In secret, his real profession is finding children who possess certain gifts and delivering them to the organization that wants them. His dealings have earned him many enemies, but his vicious teeth, capable of pulverizing anything, have been called the Mad Dog's Rivet, which is greatly feared. The Mad Dog's Vice. That must be the fight of the dog's special power. Birds? In the Battle Royale, it's best not to make any big moves early on, except this time. This time, everyone swallowed those poison jewels. In 12 hours, the jewels will finally dissolve, but the effects of the poison will likely start before then. Within 10 hours from now, it'll affect our fighting. With this time limit, we're not going to be able to stray far from where we are. We'll all keep a certain distance from each other and wait for an opening. Some say it's darkest under the light. Some say it's darkest under the lighthouse, but I just think this is a good place to hide. Well, I'll wait. That's my I can't say that word now. What's going on with me? Oh, precognitive. There we are. Precognitive. That's the word. Well, that's my precognitive. Deep down, every dog wants to wait. When you think you know what to do, sometimes you need to do the opposite. That's right. My biggest problem is the natural born slayer, Ox. Here, please, while I'm going past. There we are. I shouldn't have to worry about Rabbit. Judging by how he killed Snake before the battle had even begun, he's nothing more than a killer, and he doesn't have what it takes to survive a Zodiac War. Only one other fighter concerns me, and that's whoever caused the floor to explode. A fighter who could catch all of us off guard like that must be... Found you! Uh-oh. I didn't think anyone would find me here. Alright, as a fighter, I can figure out how to handle this. Alrighty. Another fight outbreaks by the looks of things. Another fight outbreaks. Another fight breaks out. There we are. That's the word I was looking for. Omae wa mou shinderu. Oh, please don't misunderstand. I mean you no harm. I only came to you because well, I wanted to see if we could team up. Team up? There he is. Dotsuku, the fight of the dog. And he's not alone. Tori, the fight of the chicken. Real name, Ryoka Niwa, born on June 6th. She's 153 centimeters tall and weighs 42 kilograms. It looks like she's trying to team up with Dog, but will he be so easily convinced? I guess she did respond to Monkey's offer. Maybe she really is a pacifist after all. This is a battle royale, and I think starting in teams is obviously the best idea. We can join forces until we're the last two left, and then we'll have a fair fight, one-on-one. It's as easy as that. Huh. It's never as easy as that, though. That's the thing. It's never that easy. You think it is, but it isn't. Nah, fam, it isn't. It isn't, fam. So please, won't you join me? If starting in teams is so obvious, then why was Monkey the only one to initiate the move? Hasn't she stopped to wonder why? Doesn't she see the risk of betrayal? Is she that stupid? And what's with that costume? Please, we have to hurry. We're in danger. Terrible, terrible danger. It's a rabbit. He's a necromanticist. How does she know that? Was she somewhere watching when Rabbit and Boar fought? Necromanticist? That's crazy. Surely a power like that doesn't really exist. It does. And he's killed Boar. He already has 2 allies. A necromanticist? The more he kills, the more fighters he has under his command. He's a killer and a creator. A creator and a horror. But more than that, the power to control the fighters he kills gives him an advantage like no other. There we are. You can form an alliance that will never betray him, and there's no negotiations required. In that case, wait, how do you know all of this? I can explain that. Uh-oh, that's what the birds were for. There's our answer. That's why there were so many birds around. My power is called the Eye of the Cormorant. Cormorant? Cormorant? I think it's how you pronounce the word. Cormorant. I can commune with all kinds of birds. So that's how you found me down here. She really is stupid. She's only just met me, and yet she's already revealed her power. It doesn't get dumber than that. She may have found me here, but she has no idea why I chose to hide in this place. I've led everyone to believe that my special power is my bite, but my real power is mastery over poison. My body can naturally produce a variety of toxins that, when introduced to my enemies, produce effects ranging from death to more death. Well, I never. It ranges from death to more death. Like, well, I never knew that. What? So, what is more death than just normal death? I wonder what more death is. Or does it mean in the sense of, like, more death in the sense of other people dying around him? I'm not even too sure, but that's actually hilarious. Oh, that was actually amazing. Just like, it ranges from death to more death. It's like, well, I never. When I saw those jaws, I knew immediately they were poison. By the time I took mine into my mouth, my body had already begun to work on producing the antidote. It almost feels like cheating, but I'm not going to feel guilty over it. My plan was to stay in hiding here, and so only 3 fighters or maybe fewer remained. Chicken. Can you see where Rabbit is right now? Of course. I'm keeping my watch as a fair distance away so the rabbit won't realise he's being watched, but not so far that they could lose their targets. Alright. Listen, I hate working with others. I've lost my advantage. I need to change my strategy. But just in this case, I'm making an exception for you. I accept your offer. I have to put down Rabbit and his minions as quickly as possible. As for Chicken, I'll use her for all she's worth. We're going rabbit hunting. We'll kill him, and I'll kill her when she's of no use anymore. I'm Dotsuku, the fight of the dog. I kill in bites. I am Niwatori, the fight of the chicken. I kill by pecks. Now the question is, just how can I use her? Dog and chicken have formed an alliance? But will it be enough to stop the rabbit? Well, there we are. There is a chapter in a nutshell. Alright, I think that was a step up from last week's chapter. I think last week's chapter was kind of... It wasn't the greatest opening to a manga I've ever seen in my lifetime, because it kind of just... It knew the genre and everything like that. It sort of just went, you know what, let's just go straight into that and just leave it like that. Because I get it. I get it, because the whole entire thing is they're not making you feel for the characters at all because you know they're going to die, so what's the point? But at the same time, you want to see a little bit of characterization here and there to actually kind of allow us to kind of gather some favourites here and there. Chapter 1 didn't really do that too well. It's kind of a bit... It was nice. It was a nice thing to look at because the artwork was amazing, but it was kind of one of those things that sometimes it wasn't the greatest way to open an actual manga because you kind of have to concrete everything before you actually do everything, and a lot of things were kind of just a bit... But this one, it really stepped up the whole entire thing, I think. This one kind of very much allowed for a lot of what makes Nisio's work actually kind of shine. I actually quite liked it for that reason, because a lot of his actual kind of style actually bleeds into this whole entire chapter. I actually really freaking liked it. I actually like the irony between Boar and Rabbit when Boar kind of died and you realised, oh... she had a sister and she killed her sister to actually get there. It's kind of, it's one of those things. You kind of like, it's like a nice little irony at the end of her life, because she was like, I killed my own kind to get here, and look where I am now. I didn't even survive more than 7 minutes. It's kind of funny when you think about it, because you're like, well, that's what you get, I guess. Like, it's one of those things. So there's that. The whole entire thing as well, they actually did in theory characterize certain characters as well. Like, a lot of characters did get their time to shine. They actually kind of allowed them to be kind of a little less one-dimensional. Now you know the backstory a little bit more. It's actually kind of like, okay, I get who they are. I actually quite like them. I mean, I quite like Dog and I like Chicken as well. They actually are two pretty freaking cool characters. I'm guessing Chicken probably knows more as well, because again, her cutesy exterior can't last very long. It's a Zodiac War. It's a goddamn battle royale. She can't be like that for a whole entire manga, because what's the goddamn point? She has to kind of have something going on behind closed doors. Not like full-on yandere style, but you know what I mean. Just kind of a little bit more here and there with her character. But yeah, I quite like how this chapter was handled. I mean, it was a lot shorter than the previous chapter. This chapter was actually 51, and the other one was 72, I think. But this one packed more of a punch, I think, pardon the pun. But I think this one actually packed more than the previous chapter. I think it actually was a better chapter overall. I think it's actually now starting to come into its own. Because again, I understand, it's a battle royale. You don't have to characterize the characters to a point of no goddamn return, because what's the point? If they died, and you'd be like... But you kind of like a little bit here and there, and this chapter actually really did deliver that bit. But yeah, I have no idea whether or not this actual manga will be 1 volume long, or actually kind of continue beyond just 1 volume, because I think the actual light novel is 1 volume long. So, and this one's currently free on Vids, so I actually have no idea whether or not this actually continues like that, and it actually will go beyond 12 chapters. I have no idea, but hopefully it does, because, I don't know. There is room for this actual manga to actually kind of prosper if it gets longer than 12 chapters. Because I believe if it needs at least maybe 50 to actually kind of have that full goodness, if you get what I mean. Because a battle royale kind of does hinges on the whole entire idea of how it's executed. Pardon the pun. Because a lot of good Battle Royale stories are very good because of how well they're done, and a lot of other ones are terrible because they just give up and the actual character has a Deus Ex Machina. And you're sitting there going, what's the goddamn point of even following this show at this point, because that kid's gonna win anyway, so what's the point? Like, same thing happened with Murai Nikki. Like, it kind of got a bit stupid after a while, but this one kind of seems a bit grounded. It doesn't seem as if it's going a bit off the rails at this point. I mean, the characters are insane, that's kind of a given, but what's a Battle Royale without insane characters? But still, if you get what I mean, it's kind of grounded in that way that it kind of feels as if you will actually kind of like it a lot more than other previous Battle Royale storylines, but we'll have to wait and see, I think, as well, because the anime is out next week, and I want to see whether or not they will F it up, because a lot of Nisio's work doesn't really translate well to anime unless you're done by Shaft, because I don't know, I never understood why a lot of Nisio's work just doesn't translate to anime very well, because it's a very very good work, but it just never gets translated very well to anime form, besides a couple of them. But hopefully this actually will be the one that actually kind of destroys the curse that Zuckerbox actually created. I'm not too sure, but hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. But, I mean, overall, a really good chapter. I actually quite liked it. I think it really just did a lot of things better than the previous chapter did. I think this one needed to actually happen after chapter 1, because chapter 1 was a really lackluster opening. This one kind of brought it up from a 6 out of 10 up to like about a 7.5 out of 10 now, just because of how well it was actually kind of done. And the thing with Rabbit as well is actually kind of neat. It's like a neat little twist. Like, he's a bit overpowered, but you can actually understand there's still some weaknesses to him as well. It's not like he's absolutely overpowered to the point of no goddamn return. There is still some weaknesses to Rabbit, but one of those things you have to wait and see what happens with his character first, because he's still stuck there being a pretty freaking terrifying dude, and everyone's like, well, we need to kill that dude first, because, yeah, not looking good. Not at all, man. Not at all, fam. Not looking good for us. So, that has been me for today. So, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and you want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. And I do believe his manga is actually weekly, I think. So I believe chapter 3 will be next Saturday as well. So till then, I have indeed been the driver. See you guys later.